It's almost impossible to prosecute this insane crime.
Aside from the lack of political will to prosecute for the crime, it is incredibly hard to prove in court the illegality of the case. A prosecutor in Madrid pointed out a few of the biggest issues with trying to prove wrongdoing in a case of systemic kidnapping. First, you can't pursue a criminal case over a false birth certificate because the crime has passed the statute of limitations. And as far as the Spanish criminal justice system goes, a false birth certificate doesn't legally prove that a baby has been kidnapped. As it stands, the Spanish Catholic Church's history of child kidnapping will go unpunished. The only thing that can be done is to remain vigilant against those in power.
No one is going to get in trouble for this.
Despite believing that what they were doing was for the greater good of the Spanish people. After Franco's death, a series of amnesty laws were passed so that any crimes that took place while he was in power would never be examined in a court of law. Some prosecutors have decided to look into the thefts on a case-by-case basis, but that's easier said than done. While there are some cases to go through, many children who were kidnapped and sold to families have decided not to come forward for fear their adoptive parents are seen as criminals. One person, a nun named Sister Maria Gomez, was brought to court for kidnapping, but she refused to speak in court.
The payment plan.
In many cases, even when a family could afford to buy a child, they couldn't pay for it all up front, so a payment plan was established. Juan Luis Morno's father confessed on his deathbed that Morno had been purchased from a priest. He realized that his annual family trips to Zaragoza weren't vacations, they were a contractual obligation. Morno told the BBC that his adoptive father knew exactly what he was doing and that the church didn't even try to hide its scam. My dad was given a choice, boy or girl. They put it bluntly, this was a market for babies. Morno said that his adoptive father claims that the going price for a child at the time was twice the price of their family home.
How to sneak a baby out of a maternity ward.
Even though the Catholic Church was working in tandem with Spain's government, it still shouldn't have been so easy to steal a bunch of babies. Many priests and nuns who carried out the thefts went through a ridiculous series of steps to ensure that they weren't caught. Priests and nuns would first falsify a birth certificate stating that the child had been born to the family who was paying for the baby, and then they would usually concoct a lie about why they were handing off such a small child before pushing the family out of the hospital, thus decreasing the risk of anyone being caught. One woman who received a baby from the Catholic Church claims that she was told her adopted child was born premature, but that in reality it had probably just been born moments before. She claims that the doctor told her to put the baby in her car between two hot water bottles.
Priests were helping people fake pregnancies.
Priests were helping people fake pregnancies.
The Catholic Church was selling babies for a long time.
The Catholic Church was selling babies for a long time.
This wasn't a small-time operation.
This wasn't a small-time operation. The babies were sold to well-to-do families. It all began in post-war Spain. The accused didn't face charges until 2018.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care. Bye.